Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ enjoy. Until I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
He is a narcissist. You will go narcissist in here. If you are not a narcissist, you will not stay with a narcissist. You will not enable a narcissist. You will not embrace a narcissist. You will not condone a narcissist. You will not be comfortable staying with a narcissist. You wonder, Bikilon Shele, what is going on? In fact, if you are not a narcissist yourself too, if you are not an abuser, because so many people, their character is hidden. They will not do the abuse directly. Their character is hidden. People will not know on time. And they will see they are not happy in a place, but they will not go. They will stay there. And when they are there, in their mind, they are already abusing the man too. In their mind, they are abusing the woman too. Not directly, in their mind. You know, there are some things that people will not be able to say out. Maybe because of Komag Bablo or Komag Bagbaju. The man is abusing you. And in your mind, you are wishing him evil. In your mind, you are wishing that man will go out and he will not come back. Because you feel that is the only antidote for you to be set free. You feel that is the only way for you to be set free. That is not the way to set free. The best way to set free is to sum up courage. Pack your load and leave. Beshen cope pẹ̀lú abuse ò tí yé mi. How you cope with abuse, I don't understand it. I agree, there is no perfect marriage. There is no perfect relationship. It is not going to be rosy all through. It is not going to be smooth all through. But it should not be a regular thing. And it should not get to the extent of abuse. You will have disagreements. You will have issues. You will have quarrels. It is normal. If it now graduates to the extent of abuse in any way, and you stay put, you keep enduring, you keep enabling, you keep managing, you yourself, you will become an abuser before you know it. And you will be abusing the partner too. So when two abusers are together, both of them are abusing themselves. Not only one party. When abusers stay together for years, both of them are abusing themselves. One party cannot abuse the other without the other doing the same thing. For example, there is this couple I used to know. The husband, the wife, I want to abuse his mouth. Verbal abuse. The husband, na physical one. And both of them refuse to let go of each other. They are together, they stay together. Today, it has affected their children. You see, when you stay inside abuse or you are abusing your partner in the presence of your children, you are doing yourself. And there are signs to these abusers. If you can just be alert to it, don't fall in love. When they say love is blind, love is not blind. You are the one that refused to see. Love is not blind. Love have eyes. Are you not the one loving somebody? So are you telling me your eyes cannot see? Are you not the one loving somebody? Are you telling me your ears cannot hear? You are the person that loves somebody. You are not blind. You see. You see the signs. The signs are there. All these kind of abusers, they are controlling. Abusers do not give you space. Abusers will be on your neck. Abusers want to have their way. Abusers will feel you are not worth talking. Abusers will tell you you should. They are the one that is easy for them to tell a woman to shut up. And for the women, they are the one that they can easily insult their partner. I always say, how does it become easy for partners to insult themselves? Pé báwo lẹ ṣe ń dé stage yẹn? Ọjọ́ tí n bá insult ẹni tí mò ń fẹ́, a fẹ́ra mọ́ ni. Kò sí nǹkan kan láàrin wa mọ́, mo ti cut ties ni. Á dẹ̀ ní nǹkan tó ṣe, á ní ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ tí mo máa ti endure kí n tó fún ní èsì, but kò sí nǹkan kan láàrin wa mọ́. Ẹni tó bá yìí ń gorí mi ò lè insult ẹ̀. I can't. Insult, by the time it gets to insult stage, kò sí nǹkan kan mọ́, kò sí feelings as far as I'm concerned. So I always wonder, how do you insult each other? Tẹ́ máa ṣépè fúnra yín, tẹ́ máa búra yín, tẹ́ máa bú yàrá yàrá yín, and you still sleep with each other. How do you do it? Ẹ tún lóyún in the process. Ẹ tún bí àìmọye ọmọ. There was one of these enablers that Barrister was asking question. Barrister said, love is not blind. Marriage is not an eye-opener. When people are dating, my sister Rafiat, we see those red signs. Red flags are always there. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká tanra wa. We always ignore, thinking the person is going to change. People come to you with their character. And when you get married, they are going into that marriage with a character. They are not going to leave the character. It is them. And that is why they encourage dating. Date people to know who they are. Some people will behave that they are not womanizer. You will think they are saints. If you take time to date them, you will see. But we ignore all these red signs. Some are liars, smooth liars. You will not know. By the time you date, you will know. It is better. A broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. These signs are there. And you can ask me, somebody like me made a mistake. So anybody can make that mistake. We ignore those red signs. We see it. But we make excuses. We make excuses when we see it. Oh, maybe it's not this. Maybe it's that. Maybe it doesn't mean it. You will not even ask questions when you see those red signs. To ask the person, this is happening. Why is this happening? You will say you don't want to cause quarrel. You will just swallow those red signs, red flag, and you will put it aside. And you know what? Abusers, narcissist people, they play on people's emotions. They know how to get you. Once they do something now that can make you change your mind, the next minute they are love bombing you. The next minute they are loving you, and you'll be so confused. When you meet anybody or you are in a relationship with anybody that this minute is abusing you, the next minute is behaving like somebody too loving, run for your life. They are narcissists, they are abusers, and they are smart at that game. This minute, the person, either man or woman, is behaving like somebody, and the next minute they are acting very, very loving. Be very careful. Phone. Hello, can you guys still hear me? Okay, the speaker is working. They are trying to disrupt the show. These red flags are there. We ignore it. A smooth liar is dangerous. If you say love is blind, that means you did not date the person. That means immediately you met the person, you marry. That is when you can say love is blind. But if you date somebody and you took time, you were together for a while, don't come and say love is blind. Love is not blind. You saw, you ignore. You saw, you ignore. Some of these women, while they are dating, nothing lumo. But they ignore. They make excuses. Before you can say love is blind. That means immediately you meet the person, within 2 months, you marry. Then I will say, okay, you didn't take your time, so you didn't see the signs. That can happen. But if you take your time, you date somebody within 1-2 years. No, character is like a smoke. Character is like a smoke. It will come out. And the more you stay with this kind of people, the more you are damaging, the more you are being damaged, the more you are being messed up. The more you stay with them. You cannot stay with an abuser or a narcissist. You will not become one. It's not possible if you stay too long with them. It's not possible when you stay too long with this kind of people. Before you know it, you are acting exactly like them. Before you know it, you are behaving exactly like them. There is no how. Joseph, when I'm talking, I mean both. I'm talking about both genders. Somebody said, Auntie, what about churches that say dating and courtship is just within 6 months? Is that enough to know someone's real character? Ekechi Adegbohun, this is why they said the highest rate of divorce is coming from church now. The highest rate of divorce is from church people. You will hear this one. We were both workers in the church. You will hear that one. We go to the same church. You will hear that one. It was from this church. Jim churches, oh. We have a lot of records of all these divorces going on. Jim churches. Not, I'm talking about all these ones, they call themselves fire spitting, stone glashing, Holy Ghost filled churches. Divorce is coming more from them than anyway. Domestic violence is coming from them than anyway. Because they marry without knowing each other. Not knowing each other. They don't allow them to date, to know each other. They will say they should not see each other. Do you know some are not allowed to see each other outside the church? If they have to see themselves, it has to be outside the church. Tell me how somebody outside want to exhibit their real character. Real character can only be exhibited when two of you are together. When you have become very familiar with each other. If you are still toasting each other, you are still talking. The real character doesn't come out. The real truth doesn't come out. The man will play nice. The woman will play nice. But as time goes on, as time is going, you will begin to see who that person is. You will begin to see how that person reacts. You will begin to see the kind of anger management, anger level, whatever that person has. Then you can see, can I cope with this? Is this normal? Does this person need help? What is making this person to trigger? Okay? You want to look at the trigger. What is making this person trigger? Is it something I can adapt to? Is it something I need to change on my own side? But if it's somebody that just gets upset for no reason, for small trivial things, the person is getting upset, is talking anyhow, either a man or a woman. There was a video we saw where one lady carried a knife and was trying to stab the husband, and the husband carried a pillow, a cushion, the chair cushion, and was trying to save himself. I said this lady is not just doing this for the first time. While they were dating, if you are dating a woman, and that is why they say test people you are dating. I learned men do it, and I think women should be doing it too. Feel their pulse, know the kind of person they are, their anger level. A woman that will be upset and talk carelessly is enough to show you that kind of woman, when she become wife, she go break your head. A man that when you are dating can talk carelessly because you have little quarrel and talk to you anyhow, disrespect you, you should know when you marry, it will do worst. It's as simple as ABC. You dated, Abi. It is not as if under 3 months you marry, or under 4 months, or you didn't get to see each other regularly for long distance. It is not that. You see each other. You talk regularly. There is reason for you to do things together, even if it is long distance. You have to do some things together. In the process, you see the way the person is behaving or the way the person is talking. Those are signs you look out for. You will have quarrels. You will have issues. Sometimes you know, it's so unfortunate that that lady found herself where she was. And Like I was telling somebody, I said that lady messed up herself. I said when she became 40, she saw her situation. She lives here in America. There are times you need to be proactive about your life. You have to be very intentional about your life. It is your life. And this is what I tell women. You've tried 1 or 2 relationships, you have been married once or twice, it's not working, and you are at a certain age, go and do the needful. Go and do the needful. I don't know why relationship is becoming so toxic, so discouraging, but there are still good ones out there. There are still good ones out there. There is no perfects. No perfects. But there are good ones. They will have quarrel. But if you look at all these things, it's all about how each other respects each other, or somebody not trying to use the other. For this kind of a particular situation, the man was trying to use the woman. If you go into a relationship with selfish motive, it will always end bad. Kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ fi kún. Kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ fi kún. Kò sí. There's nothing you want to add to it. You go into a marriage or into a relationship because you want to use the other person or for selfish purpose. It will pack up eventually, because the motive will come out. The drive for that your selfishness will rear its ugly head, and that is what you will be working with in that relationship. It will take a mumu partner not to know pé eléyìí user eléyìí ó ní nǹkan tó bá wá. In the case of this kind of woman, it was obvious. A man came into your life, told you he's been married, he has kids from other women. Oh, béèrè questions. Okay, ó béèrè questions, ó sàwọn kankan. Ó wá gbé ẹ jọ lọ bá ìyàwó tó ń fẹ́ jà. Why will you even follow a man to do that? Òun àti ìyàwó ló ní problem kò kún ẹ̀. Why will you follow him to go and do that? Débi pé wá gbé ẹ sórí social media. Tó bá ti wá ń bá àwọn èèyàn jà wá support ẹ̀. You see, somebody said my ex was abusive. I stayed there. I stayed because I stayed for that long because I thought it would change. Abusers don't change, yo. And that is why you see many of them, they are serial divorcee. They don't change. It is who they are. Abusers do not change. Narcissists do not change. That is how they know how to do things. Òun ló dáfá fúnrú the kind of updates tí mo fi síbẹ̀ yẹn 60 plus. Kó má níyàwó lé. Kó yìí máa try up and down. Kó máa ṣe try and error. You are now asking a woman, what are you bringing to the table? Níwọ̀n tó ti liquidate tán. Ó ti liquidate already. Okay, Labax, I can see it now. I have a story. I was married for 14 years. I moved from London to join my husband. I stayed in my marriage for that long just because I didn't want to embarrass my mother because of my father's side. I lost my father when I was 16 years. My mother raised us by herself. So you were scared of being a single mother. That is always the fear. Nobody should be afraid of that kind of a thing. Baba no regrets. Àwọn baba no regrets yẹn pọ̀. Ìmí go tí ẹ tí wọ 60 tó ti di baba no regrets. And how do you know? The way they talk, the way they behave. You wá mọ̀ wípé lè tó bá máa fi wọ 60 plus, tó bá máa fi wọ 70. I have read it, Labax. At what age ó ń bèrè lọ́wọ́ obìnrin tó wà established pé what are you bringing to the table? Ṣé ọmọ ló fẹ́ bá tọ́jú ni? Hi son, how are you? Mo wá ọkọ mi. Báwo ni stone yẹn ó pọ̀? Ó ti bólẹ̀ gidi. Whoa. Àwọn bàbá no regret wọ́n pọ̀. You are a serial divorcee. Kí ló ń jẹ́ káwọn obìnrin máa fi ẹ́ sílẹ̀? Wọ́n wá matchmake wà àtèèyàn kan kẹ́ fẹ́ ra yín. Ó wá ń béèrè question. Do you want to call in, Labax? Ó yá, ẹni tó bá fẹ́ call in láti share experience. Call our regular number. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ Kasongo ye. Àwọn bàbá Kasongo. Àwọn bàbá Kasongo ye. Àwọn obìnrin tí wọ́n lè mọ̀ wọ́n ti bo. You want to call in, okay? Àwọn Kasongo men. Temu. Àwọn Temu women náà wà o. Àwọn Kasongo ye. Oh yeah, the number to call is +1 240 351 9287. Somebody should help me to put it. Which one should I read? Labax. If you want to call in, the number to call in is +1 240 351 9287 to share experience. Nobody should stay where they are not happy. You will live. Ọdún mélòó lẹ fẹ́ lò ní ayé tẹ́ ń gbé bí tí tẹ́ ń dúró síbi tínú yín ò ti dùn. How many years do you want to spend in this life that you are staying where you are not happy? Mo bẹ́lẹ̀ dá mi dámọ̀ràn. I said once I clock 50, I said I want to live a peaceful life where I can do whatever I want. If I'm with a partner, the partner will adopt me and see me as a baby. A partner that will not adopt me and see me as a baby for us to enjoy life. Because I'm not a troublesome person. But if somebody will come into my life and bring trouble, I will run. Okay? The first one, I think I read it, Labax. Otisulos, okay, oh. Let me try and pin the phone number. So that's the phone number, anybody that wants to call in. Àwọn bàbá Kasongo ye. Lẹ́yìn wípé ká holiday lọ. Ká jọ holiday. Let us go for holiday. When we have the free time. At 50 plus, kí ló tún kù? At 50 plus, tó bá yìí ń ṣayé ìnira, Kasongo ni ẹ́. You are Kasongo ye. The number is +1 240 351 9287. If you are at 50 plus upwards as a man, as a woman, and you are staying under ìnira where you are not happy, you are a Kasongo ye. You are a baba and mama no regrets. Lè normal mọ́. Lè wà okay. No. Lè wà okay. If you have stayed under abuse for too long, or you have been abusing people for too long, you cannot change. At 60 something. Say, what are you bringing to the table? Ìwọ tó jẹ́ pé caregiver ló kùn tó máa ṣe lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ àti kúkù. Any woman that will say I'm marrying a 60 plus man, kúkù ló lọ ṣe. It is well detailed. I can't see the comments. Ó ti slides okay ni. Any woman that is marrying a 60-year-old upward, Kasongo ye mi. Àwọn Temu nìyẹn. Those are Temu. I don't care whether the man marry a young person. I don't care whether he marries his age mate. Kasongo ye. Àwọn Temu. Àwọn Shin partner nìyẹn. Wàá ti wà ní Kasongo. Okay, you are calling. No, WhatsApp. Oh, wàá tún ní farabalẹ̀. Wàá tún máa wá obìnrin tó máa ní lára, àbọ́kùnrin tó máa ní lára. Hell no. Anybody at 50 plus, if you allow any partner to stress your life, ìwọ gan ló fẹ́ tètè kú. Ọ̀kadà partner grade F9. Èmi ò rán ò gbàgbé àwọn ní grade A, àwọn grade A, grade B, grade C. For those that miss our last relationship show, we spoke on the different grades of men and women. A widower or somebody that just divorced once is a grade A, is in grade A level. Somebody that has divorced twice or that has divorced twice, that one don't jump to grade C. You now see those men, especially those men. The phone is with me now. Call on WhatsApp if you want to call. You now see those men. Now so I know one, he doesn't like holiday and he doesn't like eating out. Everything to him is a waste. You know what? There are many in Oyinbo, many of them plenty for Oyinbo. They don't like to spend money. They don't like to enjoy life. all they want to do, ìgbà tó bá fẹ́ obìnrin at 60 plus, let's even assume it's a 40-something-year-old woman you marry. So you want the woman to be cooking all her life. You are now asking, what are you bringing to the table? So we have grade C and grade D women. We can't get the F9 men. F9 men and F9 women. They don't try. No woman is good enough. They don't try. I will excuse women because no be women they marry men. Hey Remzo, how are you speaking me? They don't try. There is no woman that is good enough for them. They will never adjust. They will never change. That ego will never go down. Rara. Later in life, they will not say women are no good. At the end of the day, I always tell you, if you don't carry F9 for this relationship matter, especially as a man, ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin orí yín má ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo kì í ṣe lórí alábàáhùn, and I don't mean to do this, so now I don't carry me to this level. If you don't carry F9 in relationship as a man and you are your 50s, tí gidi obìnrin ṣe máa kọjá ẹ̀ ní mọ̀, because you are used to condemning, you are used to complaining, you are used to picking women like beans. At the end of the day, èyí tó máa bọ́ sí yín lọ́wọ́ Kasongo women ni àtàwọn shame women and temu. At the end of the day, àwa dìgbà tẹ́ really nídìí obìnrin yẹn gangan, wọ́n wá lọ, òun ló dáfá fún pé today ẹ jẹ́ mú mi sọ̀rọ̀ yín, ẹ má bínú, níbo ni bọ́tù mi wà, ní kọ́ọ̀pù bí ó ti gan mọ́ná. Ẹ má bínú. Nígbà tẹ́ bá wá wọ demurrage, tẹ́ ti di temu, àwọn temu yẹn dẹ̀ pọ̀ ń lo òyìnbó. There are plenty in abroad. There are plenty. They don't dey plenty for Nigeria too, according to what I heard. They don't dey plenty for Nigeria too, because Nigeria women too, they don't want wahala again. And if they have to enter wahala, it must be with correct money. So they don't want to enter wahala. Or maybe women that are looking for children and then go manage them. When I have some men that will tell me in Nigeria, they say they don't get wife. I say, kí ló dé níyàwó, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? They will say, àwọn obìnrin yẹn ni wọ́n fẹ́ jókòó mọ́. Wọ́n fẹ́ jókòó kẹ̀. Bọ́n láwọn wọ́kọ, àwọn serious jèrè. At what age lóbìnrin ò ní serious fọkùnrin? Wọ́n serious. Wọ́n already àti gbàgbàkúgbà ìtẹ́fẹ́ bá fi lọ wọ́n ni. Ẹ mọ̀ pé like control ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin. Which one is Shin and Temu? Àwọn onígẹ̀, àwọn try and error. Àwọn tó wà ní grade D àtàwọn tó ń gba F9. Those are the Shin and Temu men and women. Men especially. And then plenty for abroad. Then plenty here. Some of them, as them plenty rich, if they want to go for holiday, now only then they go for holiday. I don't want the trouble of any woman. I don't want the stress of any woman. Me the fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ sáwọn ọkùnrin o, ẹ má bínú. Then plenty o. Especially for London. I hope there is no London men on my page this evening. Then plenty for London. They don't enter demurrage. They don't liquidate. Wọ́n wá ń dágbé. Ẹ má bínú. Bóbìnrin ṣe pọ̀ tó. Ọkùnrin á máa dágbé for years. Check yourself. Go and check yourself. You have problem. At the end of the day, na Temu women you go carry and Shin F9 women, na him go end up with you. It doesn't matter if the person is young or old. Because you have, ibi tó ti ń ṣa ẹ̀wà, ó ti ṣẹ̀wà gidi mọ́ kòkòrò. A ó ti ṣa kòkòrò mọ́ ẹ̀wà gidi, àbí àwọn ṣe máa sọ. at the end of the day. How can somebody tell me they have been divorced for the past 17 years, 15 years as a man, 14 years, 10 years as a man? Thank you, Uchechukwu. What I ordered versus what I got. And at the end of the day, such men, ẹ má jẹ́ a sọ̀rọ̀ jù. Wọ́n ti sopi títí agídí ni kíní máa fi dìde. Ẹ má bínú o, àwọn Londoner láwọn wà ń bí. Make una no vex. Some might have suffered from trauma from the previous marriage. People respond to trauma differently. Fún ọdún mẹ́wàá, they better go and see therapist. They better go and see therapist. If you know you have suffered trauma, go and seek therapist. Go and seek help. Because at the end of the day, you cannot tell me you are not carrying girlfriend. You will be changing girlfriend like clothes. You will be changing girlfriend like clothes. At the end of the day, na bad one you go come carry. When you see good one, you will not recognize it because you have been traumatized. And you have not healed from your trauma. If any man, any woman is traumatized here, go and see therapist. Because when you see a good one, you will not know. You will even misbehave. But what, Sherry, all this trauma is a lie. They are just enjoying that most of them are just enjoying that single life where they can change women like clothes because they know women are available now. At the end of the day, sayade bí tí ó yẹ kẹ́ sayade. At the end of the day, èyí tí ó yẹ kó bọ́ sí yín lọ́wọ́ ló máa bọ́ sí yín lọ́wọ́. At the end of the day, you will still end up being lonely in later life. At the end of the day, the woman that you think will not leave you will now leave you. Because you chose wrongly. When you saw good one, you could not recognize it. And somebody said, I want London men, one baddest. They are here too. One not Pombi no. If somebody can say, I've been a widow for 20-something years. Oh, they fair me. How can you be a widow? When you see somebody, I have been a widow for 40-something years. Men, you're not women. Women's case is different. How can a man have been a widow for 30-something years, 20-something years, 15 years, and you don't have a wife? Or I've been a divorcee for 15 years. Take your time to know that person. Don't rush. There must be something about that person. It's either he's a player. Because how can you be comfortable living alone? It's either the person is a player or kò mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe or ó sick fún rẹ̀. Ó sick fún rẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ń ṣe ni. Something is wrong in it. Kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ dá gbé. Kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ dá wà. Àfàwọn tí nǹkan ti ṣe. Ẹni tí nǹkan bá ṣe ló ń dá wà o. Ẹni tí nǹkan ṣe ló ń dá wà for long. I love my privacy. I love my comfort. I love my space. I love my comfort. I love my privacy. I love my space. Even animals don't like to stay alone. We just bought a small dog, a dog. That dog, if he doesn't see anybody, immediately he see you. I'm a phony. Inu e mama duni. That's animal. Kaima was a human being. I love my space. I love to stay alone. For 15 years. Oti sick. Something is not okay with you. Go and check yourself. For 10 years. You are not okay. Something is not right. I love my space. It's either you don't want to spend the money. It's either you are stingy. It's either you are not okay. It's either the trauma you have gone through. You need to go and see a specialist. Kò lè wà okay. kò sí nǹkan tá go through láyé yìí tí a lè heal from. There is nothing, no trauma you pass through that you cannot heal from. If you seek the right source to get help. Yes, I agree. People can be traumatized. People can have nasty experience about relationship. People can go through stuffs, but you can't tell me you don't feel lonely. You can't tell me there are times you don't, especially those of you men who stay alone. Women will still better, their children are around them. So no máa rántí pé ọkùnrin. But for men, come on. And that is why a 60-something-year-old man, ó ti fẹ́ pé 70, he has been divorced more than 3 times. Àbí 3 times, sorry. Divorced 3 times. Wọ́n wá sọ wípé wọ́n fẹ́ kó lọ fẹ́ yàwó. Ó ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ obìnrin, what are you bringing to the table? What sort of rubbish toasting is that? What is a woman 50 plus bringing to the table? A woman 50 plus. Ìwọ ló ń bá san bills ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni. At that stage, there is a certain stage you get to in life. You are not supposed to be burdened on each other. No? As partners, you put, I put, ni. You give, I give. You do, I do. Because it is expected that person of that age, 40-something upwards, is established, should be made already, should be having a source of income. So why are you asking, what are you bringing to the table? Question, what are you bringing to the table? It shows that that person, irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ò ní gbádùn. Kò wá okay. What are you bringing to the table? Oúnjẹ tó máa ṣe fún ẹ̀kọ́ tó bá wọnú ilé, ìtọ́jú tó máa fún àti inú ilé tó máa tọ́jú. That one is enough. Abio, that kind of man is not ready for relationship. I say some of them are enjoying that single life because wọ́n rórí obìnrin oríṣiríṣi gbé tó bá wá di later in life. At the end of the day, wọ́n wá lọ gbé obìnrin kan. Bóyá wá lọ wá younger person kan wá fẹ́, ìyẹn máa dóko mọ́ wọn lára. Because generational gap, when there is generational gap between couple, you have to have money to hold that woman down. Ẹ má tanra yín. You have to have money to hold her down. You want to go and marry somebody you are very, very much older than as a man. Wá fẹ́ máa sọ wípé kẹjọ máa ṣe nǹkan pọ̀, kẹjọ máa pín busy. Remember at that stage, ìwọ ò lè ṣe púpọ̀ mọ́. At that age, your life is declining already. Reality ni. Your life is declining already at that age. Wá wá sọ pé o lọ fẹ́ younger woman kan. I can marry somebody younger. Because o feel wípé wàá lè use ẹ̀ dáadáa. And you don't have what it will take to hold that down. Ìṣòro ló tún gbé fáyé ẹ̀ o. And that is why many, at the end of the day, they suffer stroke. Why many, at the end of the day, they have issues. Many at that age, before you know it, the woman they think will stay with them will go. They won't even enjoy her. Because nígbà tí yẹn bá fẹ́ tán, tó bóyá o fowó tán ni, you use money to entice her when you are to marry her. You now marry her, she now got to the relationship, she started seeing the reality that you use money to entice her to come and marry you. And you cannot cope to continue the way you were giving her the money. And she got into that relationship. Bóyá tí ò bá bímọ, yes, á dúró kó bímọ fún ẹ tó bá ń wọ́mọ. But tó bá ti bímọ tẹ́lẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ young sí ẹ gan, generation gap máa play out. It will play out. Because ẹ lè má move pọ̀. Wọ́n á béèrè pé what are you bringing to the table? What is a 50-something years old bringing to the table? What are you going to offer her too? I told the lady, I said you should have asked him, what are you offering me as a man? If anybody can ask me at my age, what am I bringing to the table? Are you the one that has been paying my bills? No. Have you been giving monthly allowance? No. Then why are you asking me what am I bringing to the table? Then I will ask you, what are you bringing to? Put it on the table, let us see. What are you bringing into the relationship? What is a man bringing into a relationship? especially a matured relationship of àwọn Baba London àtàwọn Temu, of Temu husbands and Temu man friend. What are you bringing to the table? As a man too. Are you going to be responsible for me as your woman? You want to be in my life? Okay? You are my man. What are you going to be doing for me too? Because whatever it is, as my man, I deserve some things from you too. Abi? You now ask, what is a woman bringing to the table? Ṣẹ̀rí tọ́kùnrin bá ti wà single jù, tán ti pẹ́ jù, wọ́n máa ń di Temu men ni. Honestly, they always end up being Temu men. Wọ́n máa ń di demurrage men ni in their way of talking. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní mọ̀ pé àwọn sọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹni tí ò lọ, tí ọkọ kan ti ṣe lọ́pọlọ. Wọn kì í mọ̀. Ìṣọwọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ wọn ní mọ̀ pọ̀rọ̀ táwọn sọ pé kò make sense. But because they are used to talking like that, and the older they get, the older Tomama is normal. Oh, normal. The older they get, agídí máa ń pọ̀ sí ni. Fọ́kùnrin, the older they get, agídí ọkùnrin máa increase, because at that stage, they are realizing their strength is going down. They are realizing their capacity is not as it used to be. At that stage, the way they make money is declining too. So máa ń jẹ́ kọ́kùnrin naturally wọ́n fẹ́ wá aggressive. So it will take a matured woman, understanding woman, to understand the stage they are passing through and come for them. Understand pé stage tó ń pass through ni, and be there for them. Fi lọ́kàn balẹ̀. Make him know pé no matter what, we are together. It will take a woman that have understanding to do that. You meet a 50-year-old woman, you say, what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table other than your third leg? What are you bringing? Because a woman of that age will not ask you for money, except a stupid one. A woman of that age will not wait for you to do things, except a stupid one. She will know her rights, she will know her dues, she will know what she's expected to do to make the relationship beautiful. So you don't have to ask her. Play your role and watch her. Watch her play her role before you say, oh yeah, I want you finally. Watch the way she's doing. You play your role. Don't ask her what she's bringing. Let her be natural. Let her be real. Don't force her to act. Don't force her to start staging or pretending. If she finds out you are trying to be funny, she can start pretending. Allow her be natural. That's way you know who you want to go to with. One baby, what are you bringing to the table? Unisokuso agbalagba. She's bringing food. She will be cooking for you and she will be your caregiver. Women are naturally caregivers, either we like it or not. There is no man that will have a woman at home. Tamasakiri, especially our men. Once you have a woman at home, you know what her duty is. So why are you asking her what she's bringing to the table? You want her to come and be paying your bills? Tó bá wọlé,